My mom and I lived in a one tiny room dormitory in Russia. Our room was about 17 by 9 feet long with no sink, no toilet, no stove. You share the kitchen and the bathroom with 20 other families. Men, women, children shared the same 3 rusty toilets. One of the doors was so loose, so you hold the door while going to the bathroom. The common shower room had only a bathtub with a broken hose. Do you depend on what others think of you? My schoolmates lived in much nicer apartments, so I lied to my classmates that I lived in an apartment. So when we walked together from school, I said, "Bye, see you tomorrow." And then I went inside an apartment building and I stood there until my classmates passed by. And then I turned around the corner to go back to the dormitory.
And the thing is, you don't really have a home.
Yes.
You don't. Technically, it doesn't exist.
My granny gave me her winter boots, my uncle gave me his black and white rabbit hat, and I wore my mom's coat made of sheepskin. But can you imagine showing up in your granny's boots and some uncle's hat in front of your classmates at school? Did you have a father? I had an imaginary father. I dreamed that my father took me to a store and said, "Pick anything, I will buy it for you."
Where do I buy the Nike shoes?
My mom was a respectful doctor, and in Russia in the 90s, doctors didn't get paid for up to 6 months. My mom worked days, nights, and weekends to provide for both of us. And when she got her pay several months later, the money lost value because of inflation. I saw bottles on the street and I started picking them up and then bringing them to a grocery store in exchange for bread. I was so thrilled to bring in money and help my mom. I was a proud 6th grader. But at the same time, I turned around to see if anyone from school was watching me. I found a woman who brought clothes from Turkey to resell it in Russia. So I started helping her.
And you want to learn this business?
Yes, sir, I want to learn this business.
After school, I walked for 3-4 hours around the city with 2 duffel bags. I went to every factory, art schools, hospitals, anywhere where I could find women to buy from me. But one day was different. I just left an art school and as I was walking home, I counted the money and I found 87 rubles extra. That was a lot of money. I realized that I didn't give the correct change to the art teacher. No, I'm not going back. We need that money for food. So I kept walking away. No, I can't live like that. So I stopped and I stared down at the snow. I didn't want to go back and I didn't want to go home either. How can I ask God tomorrow to help me sell things? I didn't know much about God. I simply prayed to Him. But this thought that tomorrow I would be without God on my side really hit me. So I ran back to the art school. "I knew you would come back," the teacher said. I think God tested me, and if I acted honestly, He would always take care of me. But I had a harder trial when Mr. Peter left. Mr. Peter was a good man with a good heart. He made all kinds of shoelaces by hand and took me to a big city with him to sell the shoelaces. He paid me well and he gave me half of the money he made himself, and he bought me ice cream. The big city that we went had a giant outside market. Thieves were stealing from head to toe. You would leave your expensive forehead at home, or someone will lift it off your head and sell it right there. Mr. Peter had a black duffel bag packed with shoelaces. I hung the shoelaces over my arm and yelled, "Shoelaces! Who needs shoelaces?" And people yelled back to me, "Hey, shoelaces, come here!" I loved yelling and selling. But at the same time, my eyes were sorting through young faces, so I quickly turned away if I saw someone from school. Mr. Peter sold further away from me, and every half hour he came up to me, took the money from my pocket so no one would steal from me. I felt happy when I was with Mr. Peter. One day we ran out of change, so Mr. Peter ran to the store. He told me to watch the bag with the shoelaces and wait for him. So I put the bag tightly between my teeth and occasionally looked at it. And the next time I looked, the bag was gone. I turned around. There was crowd on the left, the crowd on the right. In front of me, the road with buses. Which way do I go? I went left. I didn't know why I was going that way. I pushed through the crowd with my elbows for 100 yards. People were cursing at me. I kept pushing forward. I saw a little opening in front ahead and a tall man walking away. His left hand had Mr. Peter's bag. I rushed to him. I ripped the bag out of his hand. This is Mr. Peter's bag. I didn't look at his face. He was tall. I just turned around and I walked back, and he ran away. I felt like a thief. I felt that people were staring at me. I hope Mr. Peter is not back yet. He can't know that I lost his bag. I came back to the spot, and then Mr. Peter came a few minutes later. I was afraid that someone was watching us. Why did I do something so dangerous? Because Mr. Peter told me to watch the bag, and I lost it. And my mom would have to pay for the bag of shoelaces. Mr. Peter might not ever take me with him again, and my mom and I would have no money for food. I think God protected me and allowed me to get the shoelaces back. God did not leave me. He protected me in that poverty. He brought me to the US and gave me a husband and kids. And now, when I think that God loves me and wishes me good, I feel I have everything I need